Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Quote unquote, happy Monday. How we all doing? How's the audio levels? I tried to fade out this beautiful soundtrack. It is Wind Waker, for those of you who were guessing. Hello, hello, hello. Let me turn this down on my end with my beautiful little knob that I have. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Mondays are the best, aren't they? Oh, I forgot I just brushed my teeth. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another week. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week, and that you're ready for whatever this week may hold. I'm wondering if I am. Yes, of course, Icon. Actually, I'm quite proud of my little solution here for adjusting my own audio levels and not having it be on stream. It's literally like a $5 thing you buy on Amazon where you just plug it into both sides and it's got a little knob. Like what you used to use with a CD player, like your Walkman, right? Am I dating myself too much by mentioning that? Oh my gosh, I love that emote. Gax Spackle. Hello, everybody. Without further ado, for the VOD watchers among us, let's get a little Comic Sans update, as per usual. It's not crazy different, unfortunately. Last week I had what you might call, hey Twiz, what's up, dude? I might, what was this? Oh yeah, last week I had kind of like a short week, right? About half of a week, I would say. I was working Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday we left for my wife's birthday trip. It was my wife's birthday, and we had like a little out-of-town excursion plan with some friends, so I was gone from like Thursday through yesterday evening, right? So I didn't get a ton of time to work last week, but with the time that I did have, I went through a bunch of the NPCs, like I said I was going to, and also the MCMs. I kind of started into it. I didn't get super far, but I wanted to research what it took, right? Because I've not done this before. So I have this little, whoops, I forgot I'm in Paint. I have this little part marked off because that is intended to indicate the, like, just process, the research process that I went through, kind of figuring out how we're going to do this. As far as I can tell, it looks pretty straightforward, automating the MCMs. The not straightforward part is like every modder, it seems, has their own, like there's a rough framework that you make an MCM in, you might say, like you build out a script that establishes your MCM. So the different scripts are similar, but every modder seems to have their own particular way of doing things. So that's where it's going to be a little bit complicated, I think. But I don't know. It still doesn't seem too bad. It's basically just like, I can show you guys kind of what I've seen so we can understand it together. The NPCs are not entirely finished. That's why I have this kind of purple section. The reason for that is that, well, frankly, one of my favorite NPC artists, we'll say, released their take on Hafengar, right? The Solitude area. And I knew that they were working on it. I didn't know when it was going to be released, so I wasn't planning on, putting it in the final or in the early build, but I was planning on kind of tackling it once they released it. They did release it, so I left this that way because I would like to go through and check out their, their work for Hafengar, because it's really good. First time here transplanted from YouTube. Thanks so much. Oxica. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Do I have a link to the tree mod? I don't offhand, Praxis, because it's like embedded in the Cathedral Discord. But if you go to the Cathedral Discord, which is, let me see if I can find it real fast. Here. Let me grab, I can get an invite link, right? Invite people. Hidden, use copy button. Okay. Oh, because I'm in sick streamer mode. Here, this is the Discord link. I don't think that'll get caught in spam. Hopefully not. So if you go on that Discord, it's a really cool Discord anyway. It's the Discord for the Cathedral project, the open permissions project, you might call it. They have a lot of really cool stuff in there. And if you search like speed tree or even just tree or something, I'm sure you'll find a link. The tree mod that I'm using is called Speed Trees. It's a creation by LWAPS, and I believe that Fuchsia is working on not automated, sorry, my brain. Just read what I see. He's working on an optimized version of it. So it should be pretty good. Anyway, without further ado, or without getting, too in the weeds, the MCMs are going to be my primary focus for this week. I thought on this stream we might go through some of the NPCs that are in the new mod because it's fun and easy and visually interesting, and it gives us something to talk about and something to do. And off camera, the reason I have left this so green is because I haven't actually successfully automated an MCM yet. I just tried to learn how to do it. And I'm leaving that for this week. So this week will be very illustrative, I think, in just giving me a time frame, right? Like giving me some point of reference for how long this stuff will take, so that I can hopefully estimate estimate the total time that the MCMs will require. Can I look at this mess from Charm's stream? I will definitely take a look if you send it my way, Derpius. It's a Twitch VOD link. I should be able to look at those, right? Also, I love Wind Waker's music. Let me see. Charmed Barian, for those of you who don't know, I very much recommend following his work. He's a bit of a wizard. And he's working on some shit that is, in my mind, some of the most exciting stuff that's happening in the Skyrim modding field. Did it work? Didn't work. Pause this. Did it work? Here we go. Audio is muted for portions of this stream. It's not jumping me. 2 hours, 3 minutes is where it's supposed to jump me, it seems. Let's see this man's tree mashup. I know that he's been working on a tree mashup. Which is kind of crazy because he's also working on, again, just the most insane shit you've ever seen. Basically expanding SKSE, the script extender, with like the ability to do a lot more stuff with different languages. That's a very layman's explanation. Hopefully it's not too terrible, but it's just kind of crazy. There's a similar thing that happened with Morrowind, right? And with Open Morrowind. And because of that, basically, it gives modders the ability to code in something other than Bethesda's proprietary language, which is Papyrus. You guys know I'm not a very talented programmer. I'm not really a coder myself, but even I know that Papyrus is not exactly ideal for a lot of reasons. So it's pretty crazy. The idea that we could kind of expand the languages that we can use as modders is pretty nuts. It can allow for some super crazy things. It could help fix a lot of problems that arise from working within the Papyrus scripting engine. So it's very, very exciting. All right, let's see this.
Start rolling around on the ground. Wait, you just spawn one? Like, I don't know.
Oh, is he going to spawn a tree like we did?
A731C.
You gonna spawn like a bajillion of them?
It does. It's got all the physics.
Yeah, it's got collision, audio low on the VOD. How about this? This is as high as it goes there. What if I go like
it's
this?
It's more like it's just floating. What's happening? What's happening
Oh
here?
my god, it's like grabbed the model from the from the skinned wolf.
It's more like it's just floating. What's happening?
Yeah, it's like it has pseudo
here?
collision. Well, I believe that the tree
It's taking the wolf.
trees have oh, I recognize that tree model too. I'm pretty sure that's
still got the
Book of
wolf
Dead.
sliding with it.
Oh my god. Trees do have like object bounds the same way that other objects do, so I bet you can do some weird stuff with this.
Or is it gonna like actually go down the river?
Ugh.
Fuck you, get out of here.
There it goes.
Fuck out of here, fuck you. What are you doing here in my place?
Yeah, this is
That's the
this
do you
is
guys
the
hear
glory
that
of it.
audio? Fuck you, get out of my place. That is from the music is from Curb Your Enthusiasm, and the fuck you, get out of my place, this is my place. That's yeah, Tyler and I have played that. That's from Accounting VR. That game is really funny. It's created by Justin Roiland, the same person who does Rick and Morty. You might be able to hear it. Let's see.
Havoc engine.
Here, wait.
Who the fuck are you to be in this place?
What? Standing up.
Yeah, listen to that. You hear Morty's voice? Morty and Rick.
Fuck you.
Beautiful. All right. Shall we jump? Man, it's been a long time since I thought about that game. Very fun. Cute little like intro experience for VR. Hello, Milk Toasting. Okay. Well, here's what we got to do. Yes, Justin Roiland. We have to jump. So I did a fun thing last week. I tried. You guys remember? I was thinking about copying my just files off of my external drive onto my core computer. I tried that, and it was I mean, it worked. It was way slower. I can't believe that my external SSD plus a 3.0 port is faster than even my internal hard drive. It's like a testament to how old my hard drive is in here. Really would like to build the new computer soon. Hopefully I'll get to. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Chrome is taken. Hello. Interesting. Apparently only works on trees with sway. No style models just stand there. That is interesting. The speed tree mod, it's just like an older compilation. I say older, I think it was like 2019. LWOPs put it together. It looks really nice. We'll be jumping in game here pretty quick so we can take a look at different trees. What I need to do is get a quick... Oh, hold on a second. This is going to be broken. All right, yeah, let's fix this. Just right quick. Because now I have 2 instances of my... install here. SSE edit. That should work. Shall we see? I think it will. For the public beta, are all those mods under working going to be activated? I need to look in and see what they were. I can actually unlock this because I don't need to save anything. Or I can just look here. No, yeah, mostly. Some of these things are just kind of random. Like this probably won't be in there. Or maybe it will be. Who knows? This is like stuff that I've generated. So that would all be there. And then this is all just E&B related. Add item menu and where is it called? NPC lookup. Those are just for like development purposes. So that won't be there. You've seen that NPC plugin chooser mod. It looks pretty new. What is this, Concursus? Please send me a link. If this is going to be some sort of easier way to compare NPC appearances in game, then my God, I would really like that. It would be really nice to have. So we're going to load this up. We don't need references. We just need a list of NPCs that our new mod touches. Check it out. Northbourne NPC Haffingar would do it. Perfect, thank you. So this is Southpaw. Whoops, where'd it go? I meant to maximize, not minimize. There's a lot of really, really cool appearances nestled into this. I couldn't be satisfied unless oh wait, here we go. This is actually what I needed. So I don't want. Okay, well, I guess since we're already in here, let's go, this. Let me check this link out really fast. What is this business? NPC plugin chooser. Synthesis patch that forwards NPC appearances from your desired NPC mods. This is cool. Install Pandorable. Yes. Pick which plugins you want to forward and appearance. Pick the NPCs within that plugin you want to forward. Set the output. Oh, wow. This is amazing. So basically, I'm assuming that it creates a... Does it also forward the face gen data? It seems like it does. Extract the download of NPC plugin chooser. Does it forward your other conflict patching elements? This is very cool. Didn't do a lot for NPCs. Use multi-replacer. Yeah, so this is really cool. It's the it's basically an automated version, it seems, of what I do by hand. I'm very curious to see what the final plugin. I will definitely check this out. Thank you very much, Concursus. I think I'm like kind of, I would say, I'm a little weird compared to some of the other mod list authors because there's a lot of processes that I will do by hand instead of using like a patcher for it. It's mainly because I'm not going to say I'm OCD, like colloquially. It's because I'm very particular, right? I make a lot of weird little edits. This looks really cool. I mean, synthesis in general is like amazing. This is an amazing tool, patching tool. Very cool. I will definitely check that out. Thank you. Okay. From here, let me go. Who is a Advar? I think is a good one to start with. We jump to Hafingar NPC. So I made a copy. This is going to be like an easy way to do this. Okay. I'm going to make 2 screenshots here. Got one. And what's the last one here? Julien Lilviev. That's a Breton, if I've ever heard one. Okay, perfect. Oh shit, there's a Jordis edit in here. Everyone's favorite. Boom, baby. Okay, so we got both of those. We can exit out of here. And now we can jump in game. So what I've done here is I've created a copy of this mod that just sits on top of everything else. So this way I don't, because I'm only checking this mod and not the other ones. I can just let this copy kind of sit on top of everything, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to get the correct face tint data and plugin data, which is really nice. I think that's everything we need to worry about. Oh, I need my NPC appearances. Where'd it go? Google Sheet. Get rid of you. I kind of want to keep listening to the Great Sea theme. How do you guys feel about that? I'm going to have to bring the volume down, though, to like there. How loud is this? Maybe even lower because Skyrim. How's that? You guys hear the beautiful Great Sea? I do not think that there is a Nexus link to Speed Trees. I think it's just hosted on that Discord. Okay, this is all good. We Gucci. Let me create, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me put chat over here. I'm gonna put this over there. And then my NPC appearances mod, I'm gonna put like there. Perfect. Love it. Now I can see everything. I really need to get this third monitor either working or I need to replace it. But it's like, who just has the fucking skrill to buy a new monitor? You know what I'm saying? Those things are expensive. No, thank you. What I would really like is a, what's it called? A vertical monitor, right? Like all the sick coders and Twitch streamers have. Music's slightly too loud. Here, I'll fix it. I'm going to make it so the levels are going to be perfect. Oh, I actually don't know if I can make it any less loud, at least on YouTube. Hold on. How about there? That's really quiet. There's like the 2 settings that we have. That's super quiet. Then I can't even hear it. The Blue Lightning conflict, I believe. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow, Undead Robot. Yeah, that's loud for me. Here, I'm going to bring this back up just a smidge. The Blue Lightning means, here, I'll show you. It's like an archive is being, yes. So there is an archive that exists somewhere in the mod list, and this is overwriting. Loose files are overwriting files from that archive. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, or if there's a confusing part, and I will explain it. That's why, part of why MO2 is one of the greatest programs ever. It really is. It is, really fucking amazing. Like, low-key, super fucking amazing how amazing Mod Organizer 2 is. It is, like, stupid useful. Like, oh my god, there's so many little features. I've gone through them, I think, in the past. Xedit, Mod Organizer 2, so many of the tools that are available in the community are just so incredible. The stuff that they allow you to do is just next level. We really owe them such a tremendous debt. If and when I get a bit more financially stable with this project, I would very much like to kick a large amount of income towards the Patreons of the creators. Better Sky UI config. Interesting, Derpiest Kitty. Thank you. Here, let me Alt-Tab and see. Hello, Fortuna. Yeah, I mean, it's not a dig at Vortex by any means. Like, I have actually never used Vortex. I don't really know how it works. I don't think it has a virtualized file system, so that would be a big no-no for my own personal way of modding. But my understanding is that Vortex works across, it's almost like game agnostic, right? Like, you can use it for any of the games that the Nexus hosts, which is a pretty impressive feat for sure. Alright, we're going to do... Actually, you know what? We should be able to use this file, I think. I should search for better Sky UI config. I should grab that. Can't use it for Fallout 76, eh, Liz? That is unfortunate. Maybe it makes sense. Fallout 76 is kind of its own weird little beast. Let me write down... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to download it right now. Where's my Great C? Better Sky UI config. Check it out, y'all. Oh, I love this. I love me some word art. Interesting. Equip by type. Unequip by type. Okay. Oh, that is pretty cool. This is rad. Okay. Well, that's an instant download. There we go. That should do it. Yes, important plugins missing. Okay, here we are. So, I'm going to give you guys a point of reference for the performance, right? And just how much streaming kind of kills my computer. We're getting what? It's not terrible. Like, about 60 FPS here, 55, 54. You know, whatever it is. So, in this area, when I'm not streaming, I get, and with the same monitor configuration and everything, I get in the ballpark of like 80 FPS. So this is like literally knocking 30 frames off of my situation. And I also, like, my computer's not great, you know what I mean? Like, I have a 1080, which is good. My processor is pretty old at this point. It's an i7 4790K, so I know that that's where a lot of the problem, you know, lies. But I think that a lot of other people are going to have much better, like, hardware. So you'll see. It's why I'm so, like, I'm so reticent. I can, in these streams, I can be like, yo, the performance is really bad because of my streaming setup, and still I will get like YouTube comments being like, oh, I hope the performance isn't gonna be bad, and I'm just like, ah, no, like, please, like, I promise it doesn't look like that, or doesn't play like that. It's very difficult. I'm like, you guys know I'm a perfectionist for sure. And it's like, yeah, that is a, oh wow, how'd you do that, Derpiest Kitty? It's just like the curse of showing off any sort of in progress work, right? Like, I remember, are you guys familiar with Ashes of Creation, the new MMO coming up? We've talked about it a couple times. That game has had a lot of okay, advar. This is tricky. Okay, we should see, I don't know, this is kind of annoying. Okay, what we should really do here is this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through, we're going to make a note of every character who's got one of these. Northbourne. Okay, Advilled. This is going to be annoying, so we'll just chat amongst ourselves, 'cause I don't know how to make this work otherwise without multiple monitors. Hello, Rex, the Butterfly King. Anyway, the developers of Ashes of Creation had a really cool talk, right? I think I did mark a lot of these. Aranea. No, Aquilius. Ataf. Did I get to him yet? I don't think I did. Okay, perfect. So we'll start here. The authors, or the creators, the developers behind Ashes of Creation have given many sort of in-progress, updates for their game and developer talks and things of that nature. It's very interesting to me because developing MMOs is very difficult. They said something one time that I think applies to any developer of any kind of game, and I think it's very, insightful. The difficulty of showing off content or systems or just, elements of a game that is still very much in progress, right? Bent Bjarder. It's very tough because we'll call you Rex. Got it. Wow, look at you guys and all your colored text. The issue with showing off things in progress is that your audience, depending on how wide they are, oftentimes will not understand. Your audience is not developers. They're gamers. They're fans, right? They don't understand the development process a lot of the time, or even if they do, they might not understand the complexities of it. So what ends up happening, or what can happen, is that Relas. There we go. They will look at something that is very much a work in progress, and they will not. They'll take it as though it's, this is a final feature, or this is what it's going to be in the final game. And it's very tricky as a developer because, on the one hand, you want to be transparent about, the development of your game. It's helpful from a marketing standpoint. It's helpful from just a connection standpoint with you and, your fans, that kind of thing. But try as you might, even if you are very clear, this is hard to do at the same time. Captain Aldous, here we go. Even if you are very clear that what you are showing off is a work in progress, people will not necessarily understand that that's the case, or they won't understand specifically what you mean by that. The example that the Ashes of Creation developers gave was Commander Morrow. Where is he? Is he not on here? Oh, wait, there he is. The example that they gave was the combat that they were working on, right? Combat system. Commander Morrow, we need here. When they were working on the first iteration of their combat system, they had basically just implemented an entire combat system from scratch, right? So that's really cool. That's very hard to do. The idea of going from zero combat system to a functioning combat system is a ton of work. Tons of work. And I think that when they showed it off in some sort of, developer preview or whatever, it's like the programmers, the designers, everyone who was responsible for it was so super excited to show it off. And they were also like, just to be clear, this is a very basic bare bones framework for combat, right? So they're as clear as you can be. It still doesn't matter. There's going to be people, not everybody, there's going to be people who see it, they hear what you're saying, they understand that this is just the early iteration of whatever it is you're working on, and they get it. There is unfortunately other people who just, they won't understand that. Either that or they won't read, they'll miss your disclaimer. So ipso facto, they'll see your very early basic version of whatever it is you're working on. They will assume that is either close to final or like representative of the final iteration or implementation of the feature, and they'll form their opinion based on that. And that's, I think, maybe it's like not super common. I don't really know. I know that it's the kind of thing that I worry about a lot. I get worried about showing off like a shitty early version of stuff that I'm working on, right? And I worry about Dervenin. Oh, here he is. I worry about people, thinking that that's what it's going to be like. Or like I worry about people seeing the performance, right? Yes, Twiz, exactly. The performance of the game and thinking that's going to be the experience that they have, like with the same hardware. And I try very, very hard to be like, no, I promise it's not. Like, I promise that it'll be better than that. But people just, they won't hear it, or they'll miss it, or they just don't understand like what you mean, right? Like, because if if you're a game developer, there's so many like terms and concepts that you kind of take for granted that yourself like very easily. That a player might not understand. Like a player might not know the difference. They don't know what like a model or a texture is, or like what animations are, right? They just know that like the game runs a certain way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hopefully what I'm talking about makes sense. You know what? Here. Let's just do this way. I'm trying to make the best use of my shitty screen real estate here. We will go through, and we'll just do it one by one. We have enough on there for now. Put this here. Yeah, please give me some skooma. Underestimating the knowledge of the average. See, that's the whole thing, right? Is that a basement-dwelling gamer, quote-unquote, they're fine as far as this sort of stuff goes, generally. They know what it is you're working on. They understand that it's an alpha version or that, it's not final, blah, blah, blah. They're not the ones you have to worry about. The ones you have to worry about are just, you're at, like, with Ultimate Skyrim, I'm really trying to, like, hit a wider target audience, right? The sort of person who is perhaps not familiar with the intricacies of, complex game development, that kind of stuff. And those are the, the viewers that I worry about more. Why don't we do this? Let's, well, okay. Solitude, exterior, 01. Maybe, Tanya. I'm actually not super sure. I mean, you're not redistributing it, I suppose. So yeah, go ahead. Post it. It's still linked on the Discord, so I guess they're the ones technically distributing it. My old work used to get clients annoyed at how shitty our work looked. Word document. Yes, it's like, this is what it's like. Look, we have not even gone over how the final design of this document's going to look. All that we're showing you here is the copy, right? You can be as explicitly clear as a human can be, and still people will miss it. It's just, it's like, it seems to be the nature of the beast, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get this Rogveer scene, let it play out. So basically you worry about the casuals who don't watch the stream. Yes, and I can't even blame people, really, because, like a stream, if I mention it in a stream, just at, it's like, oh, at one, hour 1, 27 minutes, I mentioned like, oh, the performance is not final, right? Like I can't count on someone to just be lucky enough to catch that part. But I can write it in like a, you know, the written updates, and just sometimes it's still not gonna get through. I still gotta figure out what to do about this. I don't understand like what texture. I need to like get the whole model and understand what textures are like running through there. And this like route does not look correct either. Can't tell what's going on there. I'll have to figure it out. Rogbeer bowling time. Yeah, somebody's always going to say, but what's lorem ipsum? So it's really tough. Okay, also, here's what we're going to do here. This is actually a really good scene to see a lot of the NPCs. So, okay, my man Rogbeer.
I go to Sodom.
Oh, his audio is still playing. Embarrassing. Oh, this is cool. Look at it. He's like beat up and shit. That's so cool. See, this is... Oh, I need to... Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, well... Let's go ahead and here's what we're going to do. We got to get, whoops, NPC appearances. So we're going to go Rogbeer. We're just going to do it bit by bit. This is a difficult part. Oh, thank you for the follow, Park Ranga. This is kind of tricky, actually. So I'm going to go... Rogbeer, get out of here. So I'm gonna give these guys greens so that I know what's up. That's how I will denote these. Perf. So we'll just go bit by bit. Who are you? You are Captain Aldous. That's like, it's pretty decent. I like it. Oh, I like that he's got blood on his face. It's almost like a little story that's been... Oh, dude. Okay, this is Attar, I think. Right? Yeah, he looks badass. Alright, that's a win. Attar. The other thing, I want to be able to speak to them, though. That is a tricky part. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let the scene play out. This looks green, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we're going to let the scene play out. Our man's going to get his head chopped off here. I gave Roggy Napier the checkmark, huh? I did not notice. Shit. You're right, I did. See? Thank you. This is why I can't do detail-oriented work on stream. I'm terrible at it. Attar. Gotten better, but still not great. He might be missing an eye. Thank you, Gaxbackle. I mean, it's really... I don't really know what to do about these kinds of problems, right? This whole, like... It's like the balance of, like, I want to show stuff off, you know, while I'm working on it, because I guess where I am right now, I don't really have any other content to show you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, here, I'll pause my my beautiful Great Sea music, because it's getting on my nerves. Hope it's not stuck in your head for 10 years, all of you. I want to show off the in-progress stuff, but I do get worried that that's what people are going to assume is the final... You know, the final product. So I don't know quite what the balance is. Okay. So we let this play out. Here he goes. Oof. Violent. Yeah, I've thought about that too, Gaxbackle. I probably should do that. Just to be, it's just like one additional, okay. Let me save right here, just in case going up on the, no, not TFC, TCL. Just in case going up on stage still procs the people to get mad at me. Yvette-san.
Go away.
The problem with some of these,
Go away.
like hairstyles, right? Is that, okay, lights this way. This hairstyle, I'm sure looks fine if you turn off E and B. Like, that looks pretty cool. This, with the detailed shadows, unfortunately,
Go away.
causes issues, as you can see. Like, that does not look realistic. You can get rid of detailed shadows, like so, But then you lose out on a lot of really cool stuff, if you ask me. So the trade-off is not generally worth it, which is a bummer because I really like her thing. So what I usually do in an instance like this...
Go away.
Oh, shit, they're all still in the Rogveer scene. Okay, well, my plan is not going to work then. Because I need to speak to them so that I get to see how their face gen works. Right?
Yes?
Oh, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I not turn the zoom back on? Is he just like a rando? Oh, he's from
Till
Open
next
Cities,
time.
yeah. Okay, come along. Oh, the time scale's not moving either. Set time scale to 10. It's Rec Room default. So here's...
That's definitely going in my part of the Edda.
So this is... She's the...
That's definitely going in my part of the Edda.
Very cool. This is Lizette. I would like to see her, like, out here. There's this Vivienne.
I still can't believe he knew what he was doing when he opened that gate.
Very cool. Okay. See, now we can start... Like... Y'all, like... So there... Every once in a while, I'll come across a Northbourne NPC by Southpaw who I'm like, you know... I'm like, I'd rather go with a different one. But, in general, like... Southpaw's work with the Northbourne series is so impressive to me because he manages, or they manage, I don't know if it's a he, they manage to make NPCs that look like they fit Skyrim, but that actually have unique appearances, right? Like, they manage to be both outside and inside the vanilla style at the same time, which is crazy to me. It's just so cool. I'm so excited for the NPC shit, honestly. I wouldn't have spent as much time on it otherwise. Thanks for joining us, Gax Spackle. Much appreciated. All right. Vivienne. Who do we got for her? Looks like she's got an entry for ordinary women. But you know what I'm going to do in the meantime is give her a frickin' green. So what I will do a lot of the time in an instance like with whoever that was, Yvette San, is if their hair, it's always the hair that looks a little bit off, right, with the detailed shadows. So sometimes I'll just give them a hat instead. So that way you still get to use their, you know, their face.
Man opens a gate and they cut his head off? Doesn't seem right to me.
I love, this is Noster Eagle Eye, right? Beautiful. Where's my mouse? There it is. NBH looks good. Call it a... Let me give it a perp. This does not look like purple on the screen still. Oh, Terry?
We should have drawn it out some more. He deserved a slower death.
I love this version of Terry. I know that I have not been super thrilled with some of the alternatives. She also has, what is it? Yeah, she's got like a, I think a Pandorables, which is fine. I just really like this one. I hate using the find function because it always, whenever you hit control find, watch this, Terry, right? Oh, now I'm up at the top. So now it goes here, and then I'll try to like adjust something here, and it'll, like if I hit it out, it like makes this the highlighted cell. You know, just Google Sheets things that I've found annoyed me over time. Hello, Great Padinsky. Welcome, welcome. All right, so there's Terry. Where's her sister? Greta.
Rogveer, why did...
Huh?
Rogveer, why did it have to be like this?
Sounds like I. Who is that? Sorry,
Rogveer.
Greta.
Why did it have to be like this?
Somehow the face doesn't quite match the voice for me. Greta. Why? Greta Van Vliet. Okay, looks like, who do I currently have running? Cal Lilies. I need to find, okay, hold on. Thank you so much for the sub. Jesus is the bread. Thank you very much. 4 months, thank you. Things I don't like about Northwind, person will change their hair color. Yeah, that's definitely the case in some of the NPCs. It really just, for me, it's like, does it fit? Does it? I don't mind if the NPC editors kind of take some liberties with the appearances if I like the end result. Okay, I need my little notepad plus. I'm gonna say, here we go. Oh yeah, so I can show you guys the MCM stuff as well if you'd like to see it really fast. Hold on, so I'm gonna go Greta. Alright, I'm gonna say compare Cal. There we go. Just taking my own like little notes. Advar.
Not right now. Not right now.
I like Advar. I like that hairstyle.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
It is. So you wouldn't necessarily. Ooh, Yala, you're looking scary. All right, Advar, looking good. Go. No, it's 2Ds, isn't it? All right, so he gets a. I think I like him. Sure. Purple. This is actually kind of annoying. Advar's face looks weird with that hairstyle. Think so?
Not right now.
He's not beautiful? If we wanted to change NPC appearance that we didn't like, so basically what you'd have to do...
Shouldn't have been like this.
It's like not bad. I don't know. I don't like going through just like a random smattering. I like doing it alphabetically. If I go up here, you guys are going to get mad at me?
Another quiet day, I hope.
Captain Aldous is a little
Keep
weird.
my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up. They say the college has been snooping around Sartha.
I like his face. It's kind of
Mages in the
expressive.
burial crypt? No good can come of
Problem
that.
is we need time. Honestly, we should just do this.
Sword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
No, I'm good.
Keep your head about you.
All right, so what I'm gonna do probably instead of just doing this is just spawn them all at me. Rogbeer scene. Basically, he looks like a dad going through an emo phase.
I'm telling you, I heard it.
Wait a second.
Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
What the fuck?
All right then.
What else we got? Chlormar,
You're
Jarira.
passing through solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
All right then.
What we got? I'm just kind of glancing around. See, look at this. One of
New
14.
in town, right? And if you need a place to sleep, head over to the Winking Skeever. We keep a fine inn.
Yeah, it's like this one I'm not as
Now
sure
I'm
about.
done talking anyway.
Whoa, God. There's a vet again. So, like,
You
it
wouldn't have a
looks
few minutes to run
super
down to the
cool.
dock,
It's just that
would you?
detailed shadow gets a little bit gnarly.
Good luck out there.
Okay.
Seems like
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go... Oh, look, my wonderful save issue. Okay, never
Half
mind.
time.
We're going to do this. We can go back. We're going to look through our NPCs. Oh, and someone wanted to see the trees, right? We can do that really fast. Ow. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, clear up this as well. So we can just spawn people at us, to be honest. And then do it based on that. It's really, like, I'm sorry for the kind of cumbersome nature of this. It's very difficult for me to do this when I have 2 monitors and then this one's all kind of taken up with the stream stuff. So it makes it a bit slower, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So with these, we got Advar, Atar. We know they're all good. Advar, my boy. I hate you, Google Sheets. I love Google Sheets, but I also hate it. This one is actually not finalized because the face gen. Hello, CT. Thank you for joining us. Aya Arya, we've not looked at. How's she looking? Check that place at me. 1325C.
Lady Atia says my voice is second only to hers, but she's selling me short.
I like the face gen. I'm not a big fan of the hair. She's got unfortunately got a 5 head going on. you know, nothing against that, but I know that Iaria has some preferable face gen that I actually really like. She gets a lot of attention from different mods. Oh yeah. Okay. Goodbye, milady. They said me 60B29. I want to say Alexia Vici.
Need something? Take care now.
That's like it. The problem is like with the old people face
Yes?
texture, it always just looks weird on some characters. It's like fine. Oh yeah, I was answering what it would take to change appearances. So really what you need to do is just patch the NPCs yourself. You just forward the data that you want from like the mod that you want. So let's say like Wyco, vanilla. Just take all the face data, forward it to like your own patch plugin. And then you would want to go through and hide in MO2 all of the variants of the face gen that don't match the one that you're going for. So that's one way of doing it. That's generally what I do, but that's because I'm, you know, kind of setting everything up just so. It seems like a different option now would be to use that synthesis patcher, the one that Concursus linked earlier. That would be a good way of doing it, I think, for a layman. Okay. Alexia Vici, I believe she didn't really have any super strong like options, or like I don't know. It's like it's the personally I'm just not super into the whole what's it called, salt and wind hair textures, right? Like this, I feel like I like natural hair just has a bit more root. Oh, thank you very much, Zuzi Wall. Much appreciated. Okay, player.place at me. 13260. Oh yeah, for anyone, Angeline
You're a
Morard.
traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
Yes.
Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial
Fura
Army.
Bloodmouth.
I was hoping. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to... Oh, that's very sweet of you.
I need to
Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
see, like with this one, it's like it's fine. I need to like replace the old texture. Here, hold on. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna restart. Yeah, I mean this is the Fura Bloodmouth is a vampire. I don't think that's who she's talking about, or maybe she is, but could be. I'm gonna check something really fast. Just super quick. Age 50? Yeah. I'm just gonna see what happens if I unhide this and then launch it. I also need my camera. Hold up. Alternate conversation. Why is improved camera removed or disabled? This one? Shit. Oh, that's okay actually. Whatever. Those don't need to be enabled. What is... Wait, what? What's missing? Oh, whoops. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. Hey, happy almost birthday. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to launch this. Just going to see really fast what the difference is. So I actually had this face texture that I just hidden because I thought that it made a lot of the quote-unquote older individuals look a bit too young. I want to check and see if that's the case. Oh, spoilers, Zuzi Wall. But yes, that is what you find out. Ha! I don't know about all that, Demon Court, but you do have my my birthday wishes. Big 4-0, early birthday wishes to you too. Rivali. Happy early. That is a great birthday. Yeah, a lot of the NPC appearances go a bit wild, we'll say. I try to keep things pretty... I try to strike a balance between interesting, unique appearances while also maintaining the vanilla style, you might say. Or at least maintaining appearances that look as though they could exist in the world of Skyrim. Oh, here, in the meantime, how about this? For any of you who wanted to see kind of what the MCM business looks like. So this is Requiem's MCM, right? Actually, here, the data storage. Update values, load initial values. So here's like an example. So Requiem's MCM is a bit more complex than your average, but it's not like crazy complex. It's pretty simple. What you will see here. Now, this is what I think the job will be. I think we'll be going through and looking for here. You can see there are several events here, right? Within each function. I don't know if you'd call it function. The events have functions. So like this, right? So for the state of hours to respawn cell cleared, right? It looks as though the way that Requiem has built this, for each like setting, there is a series of functions that tell the script what to do when the slider is opened, when the slider is accepted. It looks like it's kind of writing the data to the data storage script, I think. And then this is the part that's super important. Or like, here's what happens when you highlight over the setting, right? Like the info text is adjusted to print this string, which I'm assuming is also stored here. Maybe not. Maybe it's somewhere else. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's defined somewhere else in this script. Who's to say? I've not looked through it that intensely. But what's going to matter for our purposes are these bits. Because these are, I think, where the script is deriving its default values from. So if we create a copy of this script, we adjust these values, the original will be overwritten, and our values will slam on in, right? That's the scientific term, slam on in. Yes, this is what will likely be required for the MCM automation, Jestem Smurfed. So when that's the case, assuming that I'm understanding correctly, which to be fair, I totally could be missing some other part. Sometimes it gets complicated because these values will not, like, you might adjust them, but they might get overwritten like a different way somewhere else in the script. I don't think that will happen here, but, just for the sake of conversation, I know that it can. In general, I think that it won't be so bad. I think that we will just, have these copies of scripts. We'll get to change the values. They will generally load into the game just fine. And, no sweat. There are definitely some MCMs that will be trickier. Just because they're trying to do more advanced things. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to attempt this. When was the last time I just sat down and played Skyrim? Oh, I can't even tell you. It was probably on stream when I was doing play testing. Even then, it's still a little different. Did I ever manage to figure out how Enderall did the loading screens? Not completely. Revele. It is, I think, fairly straightforward. I did join the Discord, but I kind of moved on from it because I wasn't planning on doing it myself. I didn't want to, source a bunch of artwork. Choosing your default MCM setting isn't as simple as creating an ESP with Xedit at the end of. No, and the reason for that, so sometimes yes. So here's a good caveat. So sometimes you will have settings, right? In fact, these are perfect examples. I'm pretty sure that these are global settings, global values, right? that you can define with a plugin. You could create a plugin that edits this value to whatever you want it to be. The problem is that for a lot of MCMs, regardless of what settings you have defined in the plugins, the settings will, or the values will be redefined in the script. Sometimes it's on game start, sometimes it's at a different point during the script's running. So yeah, you can see that, like, get game setting int means this is a game setting. It's deriving it from, you know, maybe the plugin. So in this particular case, it might work, but it does not always work that way, and that's where things get kind of hanky, right? Is like we need a separate version of the script to default the values. Probably the best practice would be to adjust it in both, right? So you adjust the game setting behind the scenes and you adjust the script itself. I'm sure there's instances where you won't need to do both and you can test it on like a case-to-case basis. But I do know that there are a lot of instances in which a script will overwrite whatever you have set, right? We're going to go here. Yeah, it is a shame that you couldn't just save options in an ini. I know that it's like that. Yes, that is exactly correct, Anordil. You got it. I know that it's like that for other games. Like, you know, I think Morrowind has a MCM setup like that now. Well, see, if we get, like, the extensibility that, like, Charmed Barian is working on, that sort of thing may be possible. It would be really nice. I wish we had it now, because then I wouldn't have to go through the effort of, you know, doing all this the quote-unquote old-fashioned way. But it's probably good practice, and even it's the same reason why I already went through all these NPCs, right? Is like I don't like waiting for something with an amorphous release date. Like, I can't, you know, I don't know when something like that will be available. I don't want to put any sort of pressure on someone who's doing this sort of thing in their spare time, or like even if they weren't. I'm sure that they are working to, you know, get it out on the timeline that makes sense for them. Yes, Zuzi Wall, that is basically how it works. So yeah, so you look at this. So now with the new remixed skin, right? Stop backing away from me, please.
It's good to see a fresh face.
So now her face looks super smooth, and her voice is even older.
Me next time you need herbs and potions.
It's like this does not match like at all. Oh my god, why is my field of view donked? There we go. Oh, because customizable camera. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Well, actually, here. The other thing now I got to do is, check. I want to see what a really, like a... No, not Ulfina, sorry. I need,
You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman? Yeah, take care.
See ya. Not, what is her Fralia Greymane? That's who I'm thinking of. Not Ulfina. 3B9C. Here she is.
My Aorland is the finest blacksmith in Skyrim, and that's not just a wife's boasting.
Yeah, they sound super, super old. So here you can kind of see, like, I don't know if you guys... So this lady looks very, very old, right? That's chill. The texture, if you remember, like, the... That's a good way of putting this. The texture that was on her face before it's the vanilla texture. It has these kind of, like, nasolabial creases. It is designed, you can tell, to be used on characters that have this, like, old person face mesh, right?
They think they're the god's gift to Whiterun.
Yeah. So that's, like, this is fine for instances where, like, I don't know, this is the old person, like, complexion. So because the face mesh automatically includes, like, the physical representation of that face, like, it's fine. She looks old. The texture's good to go. The issue is when mods will try and use the old person face texture on a face that does not have the old person face mesh. It just looks, to me, it looks like here, I'm gonna back out again, turn it off. guys will see. It almost looks like they have like skin grafted on top of them. It's kind of gross, and it just looks weird. Just right quick, I'm gonna re-enable that, and then we'll jump back in and we'll check the other ones. And in the meantime, hide this. Go ahead and launch. I'll bring my NPC appearances back up. We were looking at Angeline, right? I believe. Yeah, Alexia Vici's like, okay. He's like, where? I'm not even. Why? Yeah. He's like, whatever. Angeline. Where'd she go? I just saw her. Here. I'm going to call that a yellow. It's like, it doesn't look bad. It looks weird with this skin texture. You'll see. Yes, it's like the structure of your face changes. And when you have this voice actress who they got to be like the very old lady, mods that change those characters who use her voice type to be anything other than that standard like old person face, it's just weird. It's odd. And I'm not personally a fan. Hello, Sir Punchwood. Thank you for joining us. Okay, next up will be Aquilius Ataf. We'll work down through the list. I decided to do this on stream because it's, you know, at least visually interesting. But, you know, hopefully it's not too boring. I thought it would be more exciting than going through the MCMs and compiling them on stream, right? Mm-hmm. Totally, Tanya. Yeah, there are so many mods that take... The lady at Hag's Cure, her name is Bethella. She seems to be a fan favorite amongst NPC artists, and a lot of them will do that exact thing. They'll take Bethella, who's literally kind of supposed to be like a hag. She's super cool. I actually really like her character a lot. I think she's very funny and like clever and sardonic and just rad. But they make her into this like ultra hottie, and she's very clearly like super old. It's just weird. It's like an odd. I don't get it. I don't get how people can't, or how it seems normal or like not immersion breaking. I know it's so subjective. Like everyone's immersion, whatever. Yeah, with Hulda as well. They make Hulda into this like super young hot lady, and I don't think that she's supposed to be. In fact, there's dialogue in the game that references her being like old and on the verge of retirement. And just the idea, like you guys know that I'm fine with like real life has a variance of attractive people, less attractive people. It's already bad enough that everyone in Skyrim just has like one body type generally. Like there's no like overweight people and stuff like that, which is like people are like, oh, you know, it's because everyone in Skyrim it's a much more like fit, or like everyone has to be physically active. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. I think that there's a lot of people in the world of Skyrim and Tamriel who like don't do that much physical activity. I think it's just that they didn't want to, you know, go through the work of putting in a different body type. Here we go. Visions of the Conan the Barbarian scene when the witch beds him. I don't think I've ever seen Conan the Barbarian all the way through. You're talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, right? Nice to have more variety in body shapes. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, that's much more real. And again, I don't think so. Yeah, here you can see what I'm talking about. So this, please stop, Angeline. I swear.
It's good to see a fresh face.
So
you wouldn't have
what you end up getting is.
Run, would you?
Whoa. You can see that this face texture is supposed to be only applied, I think, to face morphs that are like, what's her face? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I've broken it. Uh-oh. I knew I shouldn't have done that. TSC 1. There we go. Oh shit. My head's missing. I can't move. I'm stuck. I've broken the game. No, I hate this, but I keep meaning to fix this, and I just keep forgetting. Wait, you're talking about Fallout 4? So yeah, you got that, and then you got help Fralia G. Listen me. B9C. So I'm pretty sure that Fralia has the exact same texture that Angeline does. It's very possible, Anordil. I think you're right. Oh yeah, totally, Sir Punchwood. I think that this texture is really only supposed to be applied in that case right there, and it just looks weird when it's not. It's like a skin graft. It's just very odd. Anyway, now that we've had our fun with poor Angeline Morard. No. Okay, fine. It's apparently like an invisible tree model there. See ya. Now we can do the other ones. Player.place at me. D6, 8D8. I think that's it. Yeah, here he is.
Good business for the East Empire Company means all the more gold for the Empire.
This guy looks like he looks like kind of a douche, which is what he's supposed to be.
All right then. I don't have time for anyone too lazy or cowardly to make their own way in this world.
He looks a little weird. I think he had an okay. Yeah, like this one was alright. I remember. I'm gonna call that one like yellow.
But yes.
Purple. Purple. He's got a purple. He looks pretty good. He's supposed to be the. I'm gonna write a note. I'm gonna say, where's my? Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna say, Aquilius. Okay. Not amazing. I feel bad writing these notes because they are amazing. The work. I'm gonna say, looks a bit weird. Subjective.
Need something?
So the whole thing, it's like, right, the hair, right? I know that's the sticking point. I used to be super, super like stringent about it, but I actually found over time that, I don't know, like when you just like tweak your expectations a little bit, yeah, it's like the hair looks, I don't know, less jarring than you would think. And then eventually you just, I don't know, like you stop kind of thinking about it and then you just get like a really solid variety. Because think about like how varied people's hair is like in real life, right? Make sure I remember. No, my hair looks way different than that person. Like if you actually take a look at it, my hair's like a fucking mop. Mine is never that, what's it called? Clean or like layered that way. Here that place at me. Okay, we know Ataf is chill. 29A2A. My man's Azada.
Yes.
What's up, dude?
Need something?
Oh, I love it. Looks great. I'm just gonna double check here. Ataf. Oh, I have not marked him, but that's a green from me, baby. Azada. Lilvia, that's a green. I think he looks chill. See ya. Yeah, I mean, anything, like, any hair that does not look like it's abiding by the laws of physics is, like, a no-go for me. But other than that, I'm a bit more open than, I'd say, what I started out as. He sent me, this is 3261. Bayrand. This is the
fancy robes. You a wizard or something?
So cool. So rad. My man Bayrand. That is getting a green for show. The bald characters are always easy because I've said it before, it is the hair. If anything's gonna make someone look off, it's gonna be their hair usually. So bald characters are perfect. Belrand. Bald Bros Unite. I'm bald. There you go.
By blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do is pay my fee.
I think that this face is great. Super, super cool. And frankly, I'm going to give that one a green. Very interesting. Very cool. I love these Beards of Power beards. Body mod overhaul, experimental ESP body types. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Zuzi Wall, I would say so. When you have like all of these, thank you for the follow, Owl Life. When you have all the NPCs kind of in a city next to each other, the variety, I think, makes it all seem a lot more cohesive. Place it me. Bended.
Meals are served to bards at designated times.
Looks good to me. He's terrifying. This man is very old. Looks good. Bjarder. Yeah, those that's from a new mod called Beards of Power, and it will be in the initial build, so you can not only see those beards on NPCs, but you can put them on yourself as well. 262.
You here for my next interrogation? I got nothing but time.
See, like, this is... Oh, she's one of the people in this... heckin' Thalmor embassy.
Tell these Horkers to set me free.
So this is...
Leave me be, Imperial. I haven't got anything to say to you.
This is... Her face is chill. It's just like...
Leave me be. I'm no harm here.
Here you get to see, again, what Detailed Shadows does. If you turn off E and B, it's actually still a little gnarly, but... if you go... Here. Imagine... What is her, her reference ID? I don't know if she's placed right now, but you can kind of see the circumstance in which she normally is. What is her name? Castle Dower. Not... What's it called? Whatever. Whoops. 198B. Yeah, it's difficult, right? Because it's like, oh, this is a cool appearance, but the hair looks like it's not, you know, again, like abiding by the laws of physics. It's like,
Don't think I don't know what's coming.
In here, though, it's like not really
no harm here.
that big of a deal.
It's only a matter of time before Atar's blade finds my neck.
I just wish that she had a different hairstyle, because
Leave me be. I'm no harm here.
I know, you know
I
what?
stand with the Stormcloaks. You Imperial dogs will never break my will. Never.
Her face is cool. The problem, this character does not have super strong alternative options. Oh, did I give her... No. Bjarder. Yeah. I remember here... So here's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to say... I'm going to give her purple. And I'm going to make a note to add a hat. Give her like a little hat. Because that way you get to keep the face. But you don't have to worry about the hair. That's generally my strategy, right? This is what I want. Say, Bjarder, give a hat. Boom, problem solved, right? Now we go back. You can't stop me. Sky UI bug. Yeah, the face is, I mean, the face is what you're really going for, because, like, that's what we connect to, right? With, like, characters. And I know that the vanilla art style is really solid, but I'm telling you, like, I've been doing this a while now, for, like, the better part of a month. There's some vanilla faces, hers included, that do not look good. Like, they do not look like naturally proportioned faces. It's just weird. Which is why, when possible, I like to give, you know, NPCs like a customized variant, because almost always they're at, like, okay, so like Angeline Morard, right? It's not really serviceable because her voice
It's good to see a fresh face.
does not match at all. But you can see how, like, her face is unique, right? Like she looks like her own person, and that's kind of what we're going for. She doesn't look like every other character that you see. Okay, so people like to talk about how Skyrim's really generic, right? I even think of, there was like a Witcher 3 interview, a CD Projekt Red Witcher 3 interview that they gave when they were building Witcher 3, where they said they had a hard time even remembering like 5 character names from Skyrim because they felt like it was kind of generic, right? So I think that that's true-ish, but I also think that there are a ton of very, very unique characters in Skyrim with, like, you know, cool writing and like interesting backgrounds and interesting relationships to the characters around them. I think that a big part of the problem is that every character looks like they're barely different from each other. It's like they're all made from the same sculpting clay that is only ever so slightly adjusted, right, in pretty much any case. And as a result, I mean, I don't think it's the only reason why, but I think it's a big contributor to this homogenized feeling of all the NPCs, right? So this is why I think something like this, thank you for the follow, Wajik96. I think that this helps a lot with that problem and kind of allows those unique appearances and that unique writing to shine a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, who's up next? Oh, hell yeah. Bolgear. Big fan of my man Bolgear Bearclaw. Got some very red hair.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the cookbook.
It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan, to be honest.
Need something?
Because...
dishonor or attempt to harm Elisif in any way. Adhere to that rule, and you'll be fine.
I wish his hair was a slightly less saturated color, but in general, I think he looks pretty cool.
See those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Haha. I know that Bolgear, like, he doesn't have a crazy strong alternatives, so I think this is pretty solid. Some of these people, I swear, it's like I know them very well because I've spent a lot of time. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a purple. Like, I have him finalized over here as NPCO. I do like this one.
The Emperor's cousin, Vittoria Vici, is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
Pretty solid. I think it's definitely workable. I'm going to give him a green, actually, instead, because that way I know that I prefer it. Okay, who's up next? Brelas. Some of these characters I know well, other ones I don't really remember as much. 69F38. Hello?
Huh?
Whoa.
Good day. Good morning.
Okay, that's like an instant pass for me.
Yeah,
I think the face is great. I'm a sucker for cute elves. Here she is. She's got a really good one from, what's it called? God damn it, I hate Google Sheets search functions sometimes. She's got a really good one from Cal Lilies as well. I remember it. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with this one because I really like it. Wow, Brelas getting all the attention from all the different mods. Bryling, who are you? But she still looks like, you know, because sometimes they'll make the elves look like way out there. Here, I'll show you guys what the Cal Lilies one looks like. It looks pretty similar. Cal Lilies NPCs. Sometimes they're too cute, right? You want to be careful with that. But, yeah, see, that's like, man, that is really tough, actually. That's a tough call between those two. Say, here, Callan. There we go. I would say that a couple of months is not a bad estimate. I'm trying to crank through this stuff quickly. Really, it's the big barrier is the MCM automation. Oh shit, why did I just erase that? And unfortunately, I can't give like a timeline because I haven't started doing it. I just barely started doing it. I haven't successfully like automated any of the MCMs yet. So without even one in the finished bucket, I can't really extrapolate out any sort of time. And even at doing it after one, you should probably do a few more to kind of get a sense of the average time. But I'll update you guys as soon as I have more of a timeline for you. Okay, who next? Captain Aldous, we saw him. We know he looks pretty decent. I think I already marked, right? Aldous, Captain Aldous. Oh, well, I think he looks good. Looks solid. Give that one a green. I mean, hopefully the MCMs will be full. I'd be surprised if we managed to fully automate it, but I would like to get as close as possible without, you know, I would like for you guys not to have to do any at all. Is my general kind of feeling. Oh yeah, there's an idol here where they meditate. This is the Greybeards area, right? Hello, Sacriletes. How you doing? I mean, it could be. There's a lot of things that you think would not be fully automatable. Very well might be. Great to get this after like 2 months of TBC. What's TBC? As of right now, they're built into the main experience, Risky Rills. Maybe it'd be possible to make them optional, but I'm not sure if I'll do that. Okay, player place at me. Commander 485. Awesome. Have fun, Explicit. Thank you very much for joining us. Wait. What the heck? Oh. Did I do that wrong? Oh, nice. Well, that's what I thought. Oh, wait. Was it actually TBC? The Burning Crusade? Because that's what I think of when I hear TBC. 1d4b5? Wait a second. There we go. The text is too small. I can't see it.
I'm waiting.
Sup?
Need something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's as good as any. Commander Morrow has some weird ones. Some weird variants, but I like this one. I like it as much, if not more, than every other one I've seen, so we'll go ahead and give him a green. Corpulus Vinius. Corpulus is a tricky one. Excuse me, why am I getting a tree? Corpulus Vinius, eh? 266.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
That is a very different take on him, that's for sure.
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then.
His voice is a bit young for how old he is. Oh yeah, you know it.
Have you seen that shrine of Azura?
This is like,
They say the
okay.
dark elves built it after they fled
They've
from Morrowind.
really changed his
Sight to
appearance,
see.
though. I'm going to call this one, like, a yellow. I think I prefer some of the other ones. Der Venin. Oh, yeah, you're right. There is, like, a slight difference.
If you need a good
If anything, you feel like that. I think that, I'm not sure if there's an actual, like, seam or anything. I don't think so. I think it's just, like, the lighting where we are. But it's definitely, like, a bit noticeable. You would think that the top of his head would be, like, the most tan part, right? Der Venin 327C. Hello.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
I like this one. I'm a sucker for any of these Beards of Power. I also know this guy does not have, like, super great alternatives. Der Venin. Here he is. Yeah. Whoops, not strike through. Green. Yeah. Goodbye, my friend.
Good day.
Yeah, poor Corpulus, I don't think should be that old. Okay. Have fun, Brellis. Place at me. We're moving through. AF524. Dorian. Who's this man?
I've only been a part of the Red Wave's crew for a few weeks, but I've already learned to stay out of Captain Safia's way.
This hairstyle is like, it's tricky for me because I like it a lot of the time. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't fit.
Need something?
This one's pretty. It's just almost a bit too perfect.
How can I argue with that?
Show us our boy Sheo. He probably would be in here. He might be anyway. Let's see.
Forget wine, women, and wealth. Give me a calm sea and a good book, and I'm happy.
All right. This guy. That's why his name is Dorian.
Renato Leotelli's staying up in Windhelm. I've read a few of his works. Be good to meet him someday.
So see, this is almost always what happens. Is I see it initially and I'm always like, oh, like I don't know, it looks a little bit out of place. And then when you talk to them for like, you know, a couple of different topics, right? It's like it just stops being weird and just is like normal. I don't know. It's like something in my brain just switches to where I'm like, oh yeah, oh actually that fits well enough, right? That's why.
Don't misunderstand me, friend. I like my quiet and I like to read. But you trifle with my ship, my crew.
Like it just, it doesn't.
I will kill you.
See, this guy's cool as fuck, right? Like those are great little voice lines, and he has like he references one of his other voice lines, like in the voice line, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. So Dorian doesn't really have any other specific appearances, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that one a nice purple. All right, who's up next? Ellenwyn. Oh man, everyone loves Ellenwyn. Hello. I hate Ellenwyn. She's pretty cool. Like, that she exists. Not, you know, as a person. 13269. Oh, God.
My duty is simple. Oversee the Falmore Justiciars, and make sure they perform their duties admirably.
Not every single one, Sacroletius. Basically just the ones that have appearance variance from the different appearance mods that I'm using. And in this particular case, I'm going over Northbourne Halfingar specifically because it just came out the other day. Yeah, this one's good. Ellenwyn has a few different variants. And I don't have anything decided for her yet. So this actually, I just have ones that I've rejected. So that's pretty solid, actually. We're going to give that a strong... we can do a green. Green is fine. Oops, there's got to be an X there. There we go. Yeah, I think this is probably the strongest I've seen thus far.
Has come to recognize Talos worship as a...
This is one of the other reasons I wanted to go through these, is I know that there's quite a few... yeah, it's for whatever it counts for. I know there's quite a few Solitude NPCs who... don't get as much attention. Like, as you can imagine, the Whiterun is a hugely popular set of NPCs that NPC artists like to edit. So a lot of the Whiterun NPCs have like a ton of different options. Depending on the mods you're using, you know, you'll get like, we cover most of the game, right? With, you know, like most important characters get a couple different options, but I wanted to do that Halfingar because player.place of me. Player.player. They get less. Old Sky Final build versus TES6. We were just talking about that. I mean, we talk about it, I guess, often. In the last stream, I remember Sacroletius is saying that it's going to be hard to pull us away from TES5 modding, which is true. It's going to be a while, though, I think. Ooh, Elisif. We get to look at Elisif. Boom. What is this?
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
That's, you know, that's fine, I suppose, but I already have variants of Elisif that I really like. So she's got one here. Did I miss anyone? Dorian, Ellenwyn. Who's Dorian? That's the guy. Okay, he's here. Ellenwyn. It's got a good one. Alright, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of these. Elisif. This Elisif is like, whatevs. It's like a yellow. Yes, I am, yes, TES6 vanilla. Maybe Alt Sky. I mean, all the stuff that we make has the benefit of, 10 years of modern development behind it. I am very curious to see what the heck is going to be in TES6. Okay, so Elisif, I really like her fresh faces. Okay, who else do we got? Ooh, the man himself.
As that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power.
She looks way too cheery, like as she's saying that. Okay, player dot place at me. Titus Mead, baby. Is that a B? It's a B and a 9. And an A. So we got, here, look, the decoy. That's pretty good, I guess.
Speak.
Which one's which? Which one's the decoy and which one's him, for real? He's the tree. This one's, he's the real one. Look, the body double.
Make it quick.
Oh, this one doesn't talk. Okay, I mean, these are both fine to me. I think they look good. He also, weirdly, Titus Mead, you would think he would get some more. I mean, I guess he does kind of play a comparatively small role, weirdly. But you would think some of these would edit him, and they don't. Okay. Why am I getting trees here? No. Like, how is it... Like, where does this model go to that it thinks I'm selecting this tree instead of this guy? Yeah, I think it's like... Oh, he only talks during the quest, eh? The problem is... I don't know. That, like, just being able to see... It's so exciting, like, even having a new expansion of like Elder Scrolls canon, right? Like a whole new place to explore, whole new characters to meet, a whole new setting and conflicts. Like, that shit excites me. From a pure gameplay perspective, chances are there's going to be a lot of heavily modded, lists that are still preferable. Like, they do some things preferable to what vanilla TES6 is going to do. I'm very curious what TES6 will bring to the table in terms of core, like, vanilla gameplay mechanics and like how we might be able to build on top of them as modders. So we'll see. I mean, we said it in the last stream. Sacroletti said it, where it's like, it's most interesting TES6 as a platform for modding, right? When you're a modder, I think that's kind of naturally what makes sense. But also, just as an Elder Scrolls fan, as someone who loves the Elder Scrolls universe and lore and whatever, it's very exciting to get to explore a new place and just get exposed to everything that they're throwing at us. Every game is, it's more to learn and round out the world with. My God, that would be a very large game. 600 gigs. Okay, put a place at me. Oh, Endari. This is who I also really wanted to see. Let's see what she looks like.
Are you a member of the college, or did you just steal those robes from a real wizard?
She's so cool.
It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying.
See, here, you guys, check this out, right? Here's a weird line read. You can always see it. Bad day, right?
It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying.
I can almost guarantee that line was supposed to be read as... You're asking her, it's like bad day, and she goes, it is when blah, 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 right?
It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying.
It's just like a little different. I don't know. Voice actors have such a hard job. I swear to God. I would love to do voice acting. I also really like this character appearance. Although, she needs to very specifically have very nice clothes. Endari. Who do I have her as right now? Pandorable? That's fine. I'm going to give her... I think I'm going to go with a green here just so I know to use her instead. But, hold on. I like that it does Endari and Terry because... Probably Tari. They are a really cool pairing. And a lot... Like, everyone loves to edit Endari. No one gives a shit about Tari. Is what it seems. Perfect. Like, these aren't bad. I just know they're from the Common Clothes and Armors pack. Player.place at me. Who's up next? 1, 3, 2, 7, 1. It's too tiny. Hello.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Who is...
Are you my gallant hero? Have you come to whisk me away to a life of adventure and romance?
This one's decent. Who I don't remember who this lady is. Urdi. Here she is. She does have some other appearances. I don't really remember, to be honest. Let's say, like, purple. What is this? What is the Pandorable version of her? I don't remember. This one. Oh, yeah, they're trying. Logic. Let's see. Urdi. Who are you? Oh, vaguely I remember her. She looks pretty good. I'm going to say Urdi, like... Because I don't remember, unfortunately. Like, some of these, it's been a while since I, like, visited them.
Okay. I need to get back to the palace soon anyway.
Oh, I think she's one of the maids.
I made a wish in the town well that a golden knight came to take me to his castle. Oh, does it spoil the wish if I tell?
Aw, she's sweet.
I'd better get going.
Okay, I like her. Yeah, I like the Pandorable one a lot. Which is why I think I might go. But also, it's like you kind of need to see it like, come on, in action, I think. For a lot of these. Ooh, Ericer. He's someone famous in the Solitude
The
Court.
Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
I like this. I don't think he has super strong alternatives either, so this would be good. Ericer, here we go. Oh, yeah, he has some, but I was not like a huge fan. I can't remember his, though. Ericer is like, it's pretty good. I like this one a lot.
Oh, most certainly. At least when Elisif herself asks. If you're inquiring whether we have concerns about her age and inexperience, let me put it this way. The Thanes have every confidence in General Tullius's leadership.
That's mean.
I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
Oh, yeah, of course, I'm sure. I'm going to make this purple because I don't remember what the other ones look like well enough to, like, say definitively. I'll make a little taster teaser. So I'll check them. Any idea if we'll be able to play Alt Sky with Skyrim together? So the short answer is probably not. I would really like for that to be possible one day. I think there's a lot that would need to... I think that Skyrim together does not serve super well when you have very complex, like, script-heavy mods, and we have a few. Like, I'm not really super sure of, you know, kind of what particularities Skyrim together introduces as far as, like, compatibility for mods, but I know that it introduces some. So I'd be very surprised if it just worked. You know? Eris a 522.
My father was all the family I ever had. I felt so lost when he died. But the crew of the Red Wave's my family now.
Ooh, cool. I like that. Eris. I don't think she has any, like, super... Oh, she's got a Pandorable, actually. Okay, so that's tricky. I don't remember her. I like this a lot. That's very solid as well. That's a very tough call. Yeah, see some of these. Yeah.
Until next time.
See, here's the problem is when you get these, it's very difficult to choose between very solid NPC variants, right? Oh, we know Yvette San. 13273. We did this one already, but let's just take a look anyway.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
Does she have other alternatives? Would be my other question. Yvette San. She does not really. Oh wait, she has a cow. Who did I choose then? Looks like nothing's final. Oh, I was trying NPCO, it seems. Weird, okay. I don't remember this one actually. What does the cow lilies look like? Because we can always put a hat on her. If we like. Oh yeah, the what's it called? The Beyond Skyrim project is massive. Oh yeah, it's like it's kind of weird. Yvette San. Wait a second. God damn, I keep doing this. Oh no, that's correct. Okay. Give her a purple. Be like. Need a hat. There we go.
Good luck out there.
Because I like her face otherwise. It's very cool. Yeah, I hear the same thing about Skyrim together. It would be really nice to be able to play co-op with everybody, right? But I think something like Skyrim VR would probably be on the table before something like Skyrim together would be. And even then, I don't know what that would require exactly. Yeah, Beyond Skyrim would be so cool. I mean, there's obviously a million different parts of it. It would be really nice to one day, be able to explore all of Tamriel and like with all of the, mechanics that we use otherwise. That would be quite the tall order, though. Fada. Who are you, Fada? I don't remember.
Need something?
Ooh. I like her. Oh, I like her like deadpan face.
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face.
Ooh, I love
Make
her
you look
appearance.
Completely different. Do you believe that?
Faida. Oh, and she doesn't have. Oh, she has a Pandorable. Man, a lot of these. Pandorable steals all the prettiest, most fun NPCs. I really like that though. Pandorable. Faida. Very solid. Say, Fada looks great. Pan. Really like that one a lot. Yeah, see, how many of the mods would currently work with Skyrim together? I have no idea. All non-unique NPCs are duplicated as well? What? That's weird. I have no concept, really no concept at all of how it would function in Skyrim together. I just don't know what Skyrim together kind of needs in order to function properly. Oh, Falk Firebeard, my man.
Do you have business with the court?
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty unique take on Falk Firebeard.
That remains to be seen. By rights, she has a legitimate claim as High Queen of Skyrim. But we must have the support of the other Jarls for that claim to have any meaning. Should they accept her rule, we will have peace. Of course he does. What sort of a question is that? Maybe you've been listening to Eriker. There's been loose talk among some of the Thanes, and I suspect he's the cause of it.
Cool.
You'll pay those rumors no heed if you wish to retain your welcome in this city.
Yeah,
She
this
may
is
be
awesome.
Young, but Elisif is the
See, this is what I mean.
by
Like
right.
this
Here in Skyrim, if nothing else,
writing the intrigue. I know that like not a ton. You don't get to do a ton like with it, but like this
well
sort of intrigue, the characters and like the the little like the Blue Palace is obviously supposed to be kind of like a a Game of Thronesy and like little political power struggle type stuff. Like there's a lot of cool stuff happening in the writing of Skyrim. I just feel like it's so easy to like it's almost like the game itself encourages you to like gloss over stuff. I don't know. You're just like fast traveling around everywhere and every character looks the same. I don't know. Once you slow down a lot more on US, what other projects are you interested in picking up? To be honest, I would rather keep working on Ultimate Skyrim before switching over to something like Fallout 4. Like where this will be, where Ultimate Skyrim will be for the first version, is like really cool. I think for most people it'll be a really fun time. There's still so much more that I want to do that I think could be done. There's so many more mods that I want to add.
The Blue Palace is an open forum.
The short answer is that I'm gonna keep working on Ultimate Skyrim. Probably the only thing that would make me not work on Ultimate Skyrim would be if it were just, I mean, it's not really financially viable now, but I'm kind of trying to push it to a point where it would be, which is kind of, a big impetus of Special Edition. And of course, also continuing to make it even better would fit that. Otherwise, I mean, I suppose if I get bored of doing it and it doesn't, light my fire anymore, but as of right now, my fire is still very lit, you might say. Maybe if I got a job working for like a cool game company, that I might have to stop working on Ultimate Skyrim. Or if ever it got to the point where, we were just going to go for broke and then make a game from scratch, those would be reasons why I do it. But I would do, like, I probably would not jump to, if I was going to jump to like a different Bethesda game to mod, it would probably be Morrowind, if I'm being honest, because I love Morrowind. I think that it's really, really cool. I think it's got a million mechanics that are awesome. I think that it's like the whole like Lua support and all that stuff from like the open Morrowind engine is nuts, like super crazy. But yeah, otherwise I'm just probably gonna continue working on Alt Sky. I have like hundreds of mods that I would like to at least evaluate, that very likely include learning C and Unity. Hell yeah, that is what I would very much like to do. Whoa, what did I miss here? Yeah, I mean, Skyrim can be rough in terms of writing. I don't want to sound like I'm just some sort of super evangelical, because I know that it can be very generic too. I think it's better than what it gets credit for, is what I will say. I read this, one day I'll quit my shitty job, and secrete my own game, which is basically the same as create, right? Will you include any gameplay overhauls? Not in the first, there's obviously gameplay overhauls in there, but the initial release won't have stuff, like Sacrosanct, or what's the religion one? Super cool Enai religion mod. Winter Sun, that's it. Or Andromeda and like all those kinds of things. But I would very much like to include them, and they're kind of like first up on the list. After that, I'm only not including them, now, because I don't want to, scope creep the hell out of what we've already got going. Okay, Falk Firebeard. My guy. He has, I decided on Eulogy, it seems. I like this one. Problem is, I can't really remember Falk, Firebeard. Looks great. Okay. The Enei mods are not really compatible with Requiem, like right off the bat. It also depends on which mods you're talking about. Something like Winter Sun is like, it's more compatible in the sense that like it doesn't really step on Requiem's toes as much. You can generally just kind of put it there. Whereas something like one of the perk overhauls would be very directly incompatible, because Requiem's blessings are not what I would call a central component, right, of the experience, whereas the perks obviously are. But that's why professional modders like us are on the task, quote unquote. I say that more than half satirically, but I do think modders are professionals, in a lot of senses. Sorry, I just need to stand up. I gotta stretch a little bit. Everyone want to stretch with me? Y'all want to just stand up if you've been sitting down for a long time and get a good stretch in? Ow. You guys pick that up on the mic? My back cracking? Ow. Wait, hold on. Oh. There it is. Yes, that would be my dream. My dream would be to make my own game from scratch someday. I think that we're getting to a point where that's possible. Right now, I think it's an issue of two things. One is money. No, three things. We'll say. Well, okay, we can lump two of them into one. We'll call it fan base size, or okay, we need money to make a game, right? So you need funding. I'm assuming that a large fan base would help, right? If say you had a project, you were an amateur game developer or modder or whatever, you gain enough of a name for yourself to where you could conceivably have a large enough fan base to fund a Kickstarter for a game or something like that, right? That would be really cool. That's obviously not easy to do, so you could consider us in the process of that. Two, I'll be frank, I don't think I'm a good enough developer yet. I think that I am still very much trying to, practice my skills as a game developer. I think there are certain things that I'm good at. I think that there's other skills areas where I still could use a lot of improvement. I think it would help if I was a better coder, just because I like being able to do everything myself if I have to, and as of right now, my code is pretty terrible. So that would be cool. And even just, I think that my strongest skills are probably in design and systems design. But even there, there's still plenty of room to practice. You know what I mean? There's still, I have some systems ideas that I know would be so complex that there's no way we're just gonna 100% nail it on the first try. I'm sure there's gonna be things that we try that kind of don't work the way that we hope, or just in actuality aren't as fun as they sound on paper. So those instances, I think, will provide really good opportunities to kind of learn and grow my skill and understand what worked and what didn't, and blah blah blah. And for all of that, the opportunity to work on Ultimate Skyrim is really solid. It's really, really cool for that. It gives me a lot of opportunities to expand my skill set and to practice, become a better game developer. The issue is more of money. There's no way that I could kind of continue doing this. I would probably have to get either a part-time job elsewise, or ideally a job at a game studio, because then I'd be learning and growing my skills that way. But who knows what will happen when special edition drops and blah blah blah. It can go a ton of different ways. An RPG based around historical India. I think that would be super cool, Madman. It's funny you mentioned that. I was just watching a speed run during AGDQ 2020. I'm like going through the playlist, and there's a speed run of some old Super Nintendo game that is like a side-scrolling action game, but it's set in like Indian mythology. And I was like, yo, this is a really cool like setting for like a large-scale open world RPG. Yeah, see, well, that's the whole thing, Sacriletes, is like, I would join a game studio, 1, for the money, 2, for the skills, and what I would really not want to give up is, like, you know, something like Ultimate Skyrim. There's a lot of downsides, of course, to, I mean, the main one being you don't make hardly any money at all. I feel very grateful that I can make the money that I do, but it's nothing compared to, like, you know, like an actual job and, like, benefits and that kind of stuff. Like I basically have been kind of subsisting on my savings from real human work and jobs. But I have total creative control over like everything about the experience, right? And that's pretty tough to give up. That's really cool. I think that if I went to work for a studio, I'd really want to work for, you know, I wouldn't want to be just like a cog in the machine, or I wouldn't mind being a cog in the machine if it feels like I'm getting to make a cool thing that I believe in, that I'm still learning useful skills and learning from my peers and whatever. Those are the big important parts to me. I wouldn't want to just, you know, I don't know. It's very tricky. Like, it would have to be the right offer, I suppose. But I can also tell you that, like, yeah, I've been doing Ultimate Skyrim full-time for a couple of years now. I've been working on it a lot longer than that, not full-time. 2020 in particular, like, it's really hard. It's really hard. Like, I used to think that, you know, I would never give up kind of getting to sit in the driver's seat and having total creative control. Now I'm not nearly as sure, because after years of experiencing the pressure of, you know, what is essentially a donation-based income stream, right? Like my primary income is through Patreon, which is entirely kind of, you know, pay what you want. Like, I can't sell Ultimate Skyrim. The pressure of that, and just like the pressure of kind of running your own business, even, like, it's a lot. Like, you can see why I can see so much more the appeal of, you know, more traditional employment. But everything is pros and cons, of course. Falk Firebeard gets this. I wrote down that, yeah. Okay. Who's up next? Hello, Plot. Hello, and yes, crunch is very real in the game industry. So if you are working for a development company that like refuses to kind of crunch its employees and things like that, I would say that you're working for a company that is the exception more than the norm. I think that crunch and not so great practices are extremely common in the games industry. So it's like, how do you find how do you find a company that's like that? Sad, so hard to get anything that isn't Eurocentric in terms of fantasy. Yes, totally. Yeah, Oblivion and Skyrim went right back. Jade Empire was so cool. I don't hear people talk about that game a whole lot. I loved Jade Empire. And Risky, that is basically what I would do. I mean, any game that I would make would basically take the ideas of, what I think my ideal game would be that I have in Ultimate Skyrim, and put them in, a like an original setting and with original implementations of the mechanics and blah blah blah. It's just, that's really hard to do. Like, to create, one of the benefits of modding is that we get to work on like a AAA game. It's like you get to develop a AAA game while also having total creative control. That's rare. The reason we can do that is because Bethesda, like mod list authors like myself, right? The reason that we have the opportunity to say, create a version of Skyrim that is like our ideal version, it's because Bethesda and modders have laid a groundwork, like have put in so much effort into like creating all these features and whatever, and then so we have the job of kind of, you know, piecing them together and placing them where we think they should go, adding on to them in cases where it's necessary or where we'd like to. So me with Skyrim, it's kind of like I get to work on a AAA game without working for a AAA studio, which can come with its own, you know, kind of issues and difficulties. Crunch is not the least of which. Yeah, I mean, that's true too. A lot of industries are, I mean, there's so many industries where like crunch is like the norm. Like look at finance, or like the accounting industry, or even just any company that's large enough that has its own, you know, quarterly kind of finances to run through. Like I know for a lot of people who work in finance, it's like the end of quarter crunch is like insane. It's like they'll have, you know, the rest of the quarter is comparatively like not that bad, and then when they get to the end of the quarter, when they need to kind of reconcile all of their shit, it's like a nightmare, and they're suddenly working, you know, 60, 80-hour weeks, if not more in some cases. There are also jobs where that's just like the norm of like how much you work, and it's like, oh my god, no thank you. But of course, then you get paid a lot. So yeah, Sacrilegious, how about that? Let's start our own gaming company with hookers and blow. Or what is the line? With blackjack and hookers. That's what it is. Okay. Falk Firebeard. Fenari Strong Voice. I need Farron Sadri. Who are you? I think that is a... I think this is a Dawn Guard NPC. Yes. Is he gonna suddenly be on fire because he's like in the sun? Bro. Why is this a pine tree? Wait. Force Av health to be a ton. There he goes. Dude, you're so good.
Speak quickly.
Holy shit, that's terrifying and awesome. I love it. Yeah, John Romero is... He's something, isn't he? He's a pretty wild guy, to put it one way. Oh boy. I don't understand that game industry crunch fuss. Yeah, I think one of the issues, Logic, is that games are an extremely complex endeavor. I think anyone who has ever made games or followed game development will tell you this. Even seemingly simple games can be extremely difficult and complex to put together. So when you add in the scale of like a AAA game, the amount of people who have to be kind of coordinated, like it's hard to coordinate people in teams at the best of times. Video games are a very complex task, and it's very hard to do it. So I think that there's just still a real difficulty in project management, people management, proper understanding of, you know, how long stuff takes to do. So there ends up being like a lot of crunch, and I don't know. It affects a lot of people, and it sucks. Sucks hard. 13275. Hello, Alan. Oh yeah, look at those emojis. Oh, look at this guy.
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare.
I like that. I like this guy. No, get this out of here. Get out of here. Is this guy Fihata? There he is. Guess that's him. This one's pretty good. I don't really remember what the other one looks like, unfortunately. Let's see if Fihata looks good. Compare with current. It's like eulogy. Yes, exactly what Sacroletius said. Yes, and I think Logic, I think that's what it is too. I think that games as an industry and as a product are still kind of in their infancy. As the process of AAA development, it's like, okay, so let's take Rockstar, let's take CD Projekt Red, whatever. Santa Monica, Naughty Dog. You have these companies that have continuously pushed the envelope of what's possible in games. They have AAA titles. They're still doing that all the time. They're still always pushing the envelope of what's possible, which is really cool. And it's like what I think for a lot of game developers is something that is almost like a core component of what makes it all enjoyable. You kind of want to always be like pushing the envelope of what's possible in a gameplay experience. The problem is that because you're always like kind of changing and expanding the end product you're trying to make, what you learn as developers from previous experiences obviously helps a lot, but it can't account for everything because you're always trying to do new stuff too. So I think that games and companies, just for a million different reasons, because it's maybe inherent to games, because it's hard to organize people, maybe because the industry is kind of comparatively young compared to some other industries. I think there's a lot of factors, and the end result is that just planning for games is not great. And then yes, what Sacroletius says, this constant push and pull between, the what the publishers want and the deadlines that they want, blah blah blah, versus the developers who are trying to make a really cool thing but trying to make it within timelines that are not always realistic, with managers who don't always understand. It's very tricky. It's why we've said it before, we'll say it again. The fact that, there's certain games that the older they get, I think the more I appreciate them, the more that I'm like, damn, this was almost like just a lightning in a bottle. Like they made it look easy just creating some game that was just fantastic, and we just kind of took for granted the fact that this game was amazing, right? Like it probably was such a lucky thing that it was made. I think like the Mass Effect series like fits that. I mean, there's so many different games that like fit that. Or like, shit like Melee, like Smash Brothers Melee, that was like comparatively given so much less time than other games and probably less than what it could have used, and still ended up being really cool. It's like there's a million different examples that you can come up with. Hello, Groove. Yeah, CT, you know how I feel about that. It's like maybe there's some sort of system of social and economic governance that creates, or at least heavily contributes to these conditions, perhaps, and maybe there's some elements we could tweak or change or completely throw out there that might have a positive impact. But I don't know, that's just me. Yeah, I'm very excited for the Mass Effect remaster. It looks super cool. Okay, Freyr. Who's Freyr? Um, 2277. Oh, she's the...
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt.
I like
No
her.
good can come of that.
I like this appearance a lot. I don't think that Freyr has like super great alternatives either. Oh, I haven't checked that one. Cal looks good. I really like this one. No. Freyr. That looks very good as well. I really like this one though. I'm gonna say unfortunately I need to like test all these against what the current ones are. Cal. Yeah, Freyr is the priestess in the temple of the divines. Yeah, she's pretty, right? But she's not like this, which is still cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like Freyr looked like she had like kind of like a longer nose, right, and kind of has like this different smile. It's like unique. cool stuff. I feel you, CT. You go do it. Here, wait. Let's place her again.
Blessings of the eight divines upon you.
Right, like right here. It's like how do you want to add like depth to the mesh, like give it an actual 3D shape, right? This is the problem. The more realistic we make things look, the more unrealistic other elements of them will look. The more you need to kind of concern yourself about as far as realism goes. Who are you? Fridrika. Oh, excuse me.
Is this about the stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business.
So cool. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Her, and this, she's got like... I should probably just make notes for like every single one, huh? Say, yep, that one. That one, please. Hello, motions. Yeah, I don't... CT, how does people who speak different languages, like, y'all are crazy. I feel like I can barely speak English. I feel like I'm a decent English speaker, and I feel so bad for anyone who has to learn to speak English after the fact. And actually, you know what? No, I feel bad for anyone who has to learn to speak English in general, including people who live in and are born in English-speaking countries. It just makes no sense compared to other languages that I have learned a little bit of. They did remaster Daggerfall. Daggerfall Unity. And by they, I mean Gavin. And I'm sure he has like a team. Oh, is that so? CT, well, I don't know Portuguese in particular, but I know Romance language structure, and I always thought it was pretty rad comparatively. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's got some particularities to it that I'm not aware of. Ooh, Fura Bloodmouth. Don't die. Okay, that one I'm okay. I don't. Also, Fura Bloodmouth has a really strong alternative from some of the other ones. Nope. Sorry. It actually looks like reminds me of my friend's sister. She had kind of like a shiny toy guns, like very kind of fringe cut like that. Fura Bloodmouth. Here we go. I'm gonna call that one. That's a yellow from me. Maybe a red. Dutch is way worse. Yeah, she was a vampire. This was you know, it was the mid to late 2000s. Everyone was... Fashion was an interesting time for suburbanite whites like us. Who else? Gaius Morrow. I think this is the son of Commander Morrow, I'm pretty sure. Time is... Oh my gosh, 2:27. That's Lightning's hair. You know what? You might be right. It might actually be exactly Lightning's hair model. 44050. What's up, bruh? I like how Brelis is still just chilling there.
Need something?
That looks like alright. Yeah, like that's okay. Yeah, I suppose that could be true. I should probably have a greater proficiency with other languages before I make any sort of conclusions. I know English well, and there's just so many like inconsistencies, or like we have rules for stuff and then we just kind of throw out the rules whenever we want. It's like I before E, except after C, except for sometimes it's just not going to be that way, and there's not really going to be any clear indicator as to why. Oh yeah, Japanese just seems so cool though, Tanya. Like, you know, I watch a lot of anime. I hear a lot of Japanese. I've sort of started to pick up on the structure, but not well enough to like speak it. You know, I'm just like a standard weeb where like you just know words, like what certain words mean. So then you just like say the words not in a sentence, and people go, "Oh my god, get this person away from me." Okay, who next? Oh, Garen Marethi. Yeah, he's a vampire. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now he's okay. What's up, bro? Why is your eyes not open? Why is he walking away so slowly? Well, I can't see his eyes. I don't know why, but I mean, he looks cool otherwise. Garen Marethi looks great. Who is he currently set to? Pandorable, which is usually really good. That's the Dawn Guard. Pandorable's Dawn Guard. Dylan Kuhn. Spanish didn't have as many irregular verb conjugations, gender articles. Yeah, alright, maybe every language is just fucked. Maybe we can just... That'll be our summary conclusion. Right? What is that good? That's pretty cool. Oh boy. I mostly want this one to like fill out the areas where we don't have other NPCs already. I don't want to spend too much time, like, you know, with every single thing like that. There's a certain amount of time that you can spend on it, but otherwise it's overkill. So I got other stuff to do. Always more to do. Falk Firebeard, fair, blah blah blah. Oh, who's this?
You got business at the stables?
Ooh, this is really good. Who's this man? Okay, Guymund. Yeah, this is 300%. That's him, right? Yeah, definitely. Go for it. Get our boy Sheo next. Let me see if he's on here. Like, is he also edited? It seems like he would be, but... Well, he's not. But I can show you what Shea Gorath looks like, because he is edited by other mods. Excuse me, bruh. Here. No. 2AC69. Nice. Here he is.
Do you mind? I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind.
There he is.
Inside the mind of Pelagius, silly. Oh, is it your first time?
Ooh.
Inside
Oh,
the
no,
mind
no,
of
no, no, I meant to
Pelagius,
do the other one.
silly.
This one.
Pelagius the Third. Now, surely even you know about Pelagius's decree. On his deathbed, oh, and this was inspired, he forbade death! That's right! Death!
There he is. God, I love me some Wes Johnson. I've never actually done his quest. I know of the area. Oh yeah, of course. Wow. Ooh, Tullius. I hear great things about this one. 327E and looks like D0577. I think that's like his battle variant. Stop, wait.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
So this is like pretty good. I know that they modeled this version of Tullius like after the voice actor.
I suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricca?
So I think it looks really cool, but obviously you'll have to kind of adjust.
Stay alert. Never know when those stormcloaked dogs might charge.
What?
Speak with Legate Ricca. She will determine.
Yeah, it's a very different style of Tullius, so I do like it, but I think Tullius is one of the cooler looking NPCs by default, right? And we haven't decided on him yet, so I'm gonna call these I'm gonna call it purple, but Tullius is still gonna get a lot of attention, I'd say. Like, there's still a few to kind of evaluate here. You can get a nice perp. Go to the notes, say General Tullius, dope, but might prefer other variants. This one's very old, different. There we go. Back we go. Yeah, he does sound very Canadian, doesn't he? I do have a mod that edits the lip sync as well, I have mods that edit what's called the face morphs, like the tries that are responsible for people speaking. They're supposed to be kind of a bit more expressive, a bit less stiff, you might say. But yeah, he's I don't know. That's a tough one because I do like that variant of Tullius, so I'll keep it in mind as we go through the other ones, or as I go through the other ones. Okay. Who do we got next? Gianna. She's a chef, I want to say. I remember Gianna. I think that's her anyway. 4BCC3. Oops, that's not correct. Here she is.
Need something?
Ooh, her face is cool.
Need something?
I really like hers a lot. Gianna. I know that Cal Lilies is the other main one. This is what Gianna looks like there, which is cool. Gianna. There she is. Yeah, so I gave her Cal. This is a very strong purple. There we go. How do you fix that weird disconnection from the neck and body? Oh shit. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's an odd one. That could, I don't know, that would probably be like an issue with the mod itself with Northbourne. Because it's overwriting everything, so that's probably like an inherent issue. That I don't know. I don't think it's a missing. Oh, you know what? You might be right. No, I think it's. I don't know. Let's see here. I think it's something's up with the mesh. It could be that there's supposed to be a necklace there, and there just isn't. But you don't see this very often. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen this before, where the neck is just straight up not attached. That's yeah, because if it was just missing a texture, it would look different. Weird. I don't know. I couldn't tell you guys what's up there. Armor mesh, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's the body that you assigned them, but I mean, it's just however it is, because I just have this mod sitting at the very last, so there's nothing that's overwriting it, that's for sure. Oh, this guy. He's the bard.
Hello, yes. I'm the Dean of History and scribe work when I can find some quiet time.
Wow, look at those eyebrows.
Well, you've come to the right place.
That one's good. I think he has a good alternative, though. So I remember him. Yeah, I liked this one the most. Call that purple. Huh. Also, hello, Monique. Let's see. See ya. Here we go.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Miss Lady. Okay. Good night, Mad Menon. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. So that helped.
Huh?
There's still like a slight neck seam.
See.
Weird. Yeah. Fix neck hole equals true. Didn't work. What the heck? Disable. See ya. You too. Sorry, bud. If you want to be left, you got to just sit out of the way and just hang out and not cause problems. What am I? I'm doing this. You want to set 0 maybe? Okay.
Good afternoon.
I really actually, you know what? I'm gonna give her though. I really like her appearance otherwise. Set NPCW 0. Still slight issue.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang, I can't believe that. Yeah, I can't believe fix neck hole equals true didn't work. Be like, here. Ultimate Skyrim complete equals true. See if that works. Then all of this will just work itself out. What the hell? Oh, okay. So that was the issue then, Sacrilegia. So I needed to put fix neck hole 1 equal becomes true. What the heck? It's still not working. Who can say? Well, Gianna, we'll figure you out later. Gisley. Is this Erica's sister? Yes, I think so.
Hello,
Bo.
I'm Gisley, but you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
This is pretty good.
Oh, if you're looking for a good attitude, go see the bards. They'll fake it for you if nothing else. If you're looking for truth instead, see Noster. He's a good example of what life has to offer. And if you're just looking to feel good, go get some spiced wine from Yvette. But whatever you do, just leave me alone.
She's, like, weirdly helpful for someone who is all pissed off. Yeah, Gisley, like, she doesn't have... I do like this. What does the pan look like? Gisley, good. Compare against, I think, pan. I remember thinking she looked a bit too, like, something. Like stiff or something like that. Like, that looks good, you know what I mean? Yeah, the problem is you need to be able to see it in motion. Yeah, I mean, this one's not, like, amazing by any means, so I'll definitely compare it against what we got. Say, Gisley, potentially good. How about that? Potentially fine. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Demon Corp. Have a good one. She's a tour guide who's having a real shit day. Being a tour guide is hard. I had a bunch of friends who were tour guides in college. I've done jobs that are, like, similar. It's tough. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Illuminati. That I like it when, you know, siblings are from the same mod because then they kind of have a similar styling a lot of the time. Okay. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh, here's Greta. We did her already. Oh, this man, Heimvar.
Just arrive in the city? Is it true what they say then? There are dragons about.
Right. Nice, Sacroletius. This one's pretty good. I don't remember what the hell he looks like. Or if he has any other variants. Heimvar. Wow, we jump all the way to H. This guy, Heimvar. Yeah, he doesn't have any variants, so probably we'll give him a green one. Do it. His hair is funny.
Food, experience, and a roof over my head in the finest city in Skyrim.
How about
if
that?
If money's all you hold dear, then you end up like Jari Ra.
Bye, Tanya. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Just pronounced Villuminati. Gotcha.
May your sword feast on Stormcloak flesh.
Alright, totally regular thing to say to somebody. Okay. Oh, Hestla. I know you. Where is she?
Need something?
That's pretty cool. I swapped out their eye textures so that it was something a bit less, like, intense.
Yes?
Like vampire eyes, that is. But it's still pretty intense, to be honest. I think there's some sort of, like, glow effect that happens on them that makes them look different from regular eyes. I just always thought it was super weird. Yeah, I actually swapped in. So for the Pandorable, like, eyes, or, like, all vampire eyes, I used one of Kala's eyes. I like remapped it or like duplicated it so that for all vampires it'll be that instead of like their default super weird looking eyes. I just thought it was really strange how like why in Dawnguard did they change all the vampires' default eyes to something that's like extremely noticeable, right? And then like, it's still as if everyone just operates like they can't tell that the vampires are vampires. I'm like, am I just taking crazy pills, or are we all just pretending not to see the crazy vampire eyes, like Sybil Stentor and stuff like that? Okay, Hestla has a pretty good one from here she is. Yeah, I think I like Hesla's Pandorable, if I recall. I mean, this one's fine. Say, what was Pandorable's Dawnguard? Hestla. Oh, there she is. Yeah, I remember thinking this was cool. Yeah, or it's just like, okay, fine. If you want the vampires to all have crazy glowing eyes or whatever, like, go for it. Like, far be it from me to tell you, you know, what your what to do with vampires in your universe, right? But make it consistent where it's like, if you're gonna have them have glowing eyes, then people would be able to recognize them, and so this whole like, we don't know who the vampires are doesn't fly anymore. I think Sybil has a way of slightly mind controlling everyone to perceive her normally. Maybe, but then it doesn't apply to it creates like a disconnect to the player and their character, right? So just like, why can I recognize it but nobody else can, right? Okay. This one's like, there's more Salt and Wind. I'm not a huge fan of the Salt and Wind. We getting there. Oh man. 13287. My man, Hajoran.
Here for work?
Whoa.
Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
That's rad. I don't think this guy's gonna have many other variants either. I don't recall, but I don't think he does. Hajoran. Here he is. Oh yeah, here's the guy. Green, please. Do it. Yeah, maybe Sacroletius. Although then we definitely have to adjust it too, since you can be not Dragonborn because of Skyrim Unbound. See ya. Player dot move. No, place at me. Horm. Who's Horm? Maybe the guy who operates the boat?
Looking for a horse?
No, that's what it
I want
is.
to talk to my father, Gaiman.
He's at the stables. That guy, he looks good. Horm. No, wait. He also does not have any variants, so he'll get that one for show. Do it! Nice. There are a lot of S's in possesses. Or the player be immune to frenzy if you're in calm. Because they're dragon blood. Duh. Yeah, I mean, that's the explanation you can expect when the game's built in this like super special Mary Sue abilities, right? How come the player character can do this? Well, because he's the dragonborn. He's like, you know, he's got the soul of a dragon and a god, and he's super cool. He's got dragon's blood. Everyone knows you can't be frenzied if you got dragon's blood. Okay, you want to talk about TS6 for a second, right? I hope that there's not something similar to Skyrim where it's built into being like a power fantasy, like right out the gate. I don't even care if they want to do it like the way Morrowind does it, where it's, you know, eventually you find out you're the super special guy. Fine. If you got to be the super special person, have at it. But give me don't make me the super special person like immediately. You know what I mean? Like, make me work for it a bit. You're on track, and I'd prefer if you didn't do that at all, really. You're on track to become the only person who recognizes every Skyrim NPC. Maybe Monique. I think Lexi might also be able to. I know she's done like a similar thing to what I'm doing. Oh wait, I skipped one. Horror gear. I didn't check. Whoop. Hey, wait.
Make yourself useful and chop up some firewood. There's a few coins in it for you.
Looks great. Looks dope. Basically. Hey, Charmbarian, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. We were just talking about you earlier and how you're doing crazy work on expanding Skyrim's scripting capabilities. I'm going to write that now. I don't think that he's going to have other variants, but we're going to double check. Yeah. Definitely we're doing this guy. This variant is the one to do. Sweet. I think Lexi does it by vote, though. Oh, interesting. That is... I would not... If it were me, like... I mean, I like the idea of it, for sure. I would be... Yes, it's not a democracy. I'm making the version that I would like to say. Or would like to play. Okay. That's cool. Okay. We're moving on. Y'all, go and follow, please. Please give Charmed Barian a follow if you have not. If you like Skyrim, if you like Skyrim mods, please. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world of Charmed Barian. Arguably. I mean, you know what? Honestly, there's so many amazing mods still being developed. It's hard to say what is the most exciting sphere at the moment. But personally, I might say that Charmed Barian's work is, if not the most exciting, at least, you know, in the running. Yeah, that would be my concern, Voluminati. Don't get me wrong, I'm down with, you know, again, there's characters who are attractive, like the same way there's people who are attractive IRL, but definitely certain types of appearances might make it through. That would not be... Ooh, Ildi. I want to see what she looks like. She's a fan favorite. 2, 8, 9.
Dean Inga says a bard can never have enough practice.
Oh, she's
So,
cute.
Would you like a tune?
Ooh, I like her. Oh yeah, all anime NPCs if you make it a democracy.
Thank you. I'm still at the beginning of my lessons, but Inga, Dean Six Fingers, says I'm quite good with the flute.
Nice. I think so. Ildi is going to be a tough one because she has a lot of variants, right? Ildi. Oh wow, and I just went straight with Pandorable because I really liked it a lot. I'm going to say she's definitely a purple, and I'm going to say LD strong, but looks like Pandorable is best. Because I don't remember, like, I didn't check any of the other ones, so I must have just really liked Pandorables. Which, let's see. Page 1, perhaps? Yeah, the top knot. It's, like, so cute. She, a cutie. Here she is. That was Pandorables, which is also extremely cute. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. Macotroid. Very, very cute. And then, what was it? Ordinary Women? Skyrim. The Ordinary Women. Skyrim. I spelled it. This one's tougher to sort through because you can't just like control F. I am so thankful that most of the NPC artists do like individualized screenshots where they like put the names like this, right? Not every person does that, and then like this I kind of have to go through and look to see, right, like which one I want. So you can see her, she's at the top right there. It's pretty good. I didn't even check. I guess I just really liked the Pandorable one. There's also a variant from immersive or improved bards. Oh, my neck. Have a good one, Chrome. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be wrapping up pretty quick here. The notification sound, sometimes it startles me. Most of the time it's too low, but today it's not. Ildi. Yeah, there she is. This one I was like, she's very cute. I thought it was a bit too like perfect model lips like this. Like she's got like collagen fillers. But who knows? Who can say? Who else we got? Thank you for the follow. Darkness. Thanks for kicking it, Sacroletius, as always. Everyone go check out Sacroletius' stuff as well, though you know to do that. Sacroletius is always around. Hanging out. Oh, yeah. People like the very full lips like this. Not hating, just, you know, sometimes. I mean, hey, it's, you know, I don't know if they had, I mean, they have the guy in the Rift, or the woman in Riften, the face changer, so maybe they could do it realistically. Dwemer technology allows you to get your lips all full like this. Anything is explainable through Dwemer technology. Okay. Inga Six Fingers. She's a bard. She's going to have a lot of variants. I know she will. Where is... I don't actually see her on here. Whoa, what the hell? What? Maybe I'm wrong. Shit. Maybe I just somehow missed her? Be above. Okay. Well, I don't know. Inga Six Fingers. Okay. And, well. Oh, what the hell? See, Google Sheets, come on, man. Why is it down here? Oh, wait, no, she's, what the fuck? Okay, why is she, like, all the way down at the bottom? Either way, she has not been evaluated. So, yeah, okay, that's correct. But shouldn't she also have, like, an improved bard one? I'm pretty sure. I actually have no clue. Okay, Markarth Side Refine. This is not correct. Something is wrong here. Hold up. Oh, because Google Sheets, I was like, this does not make sense. It keeps the active cell as the one that you are control Fing, which is so annoying. It's like it's like I'm not trying to edit that cell. I just want to know where it is. It's Google Sheets, what the heck? So it's legitimately, I don't know why there's no entry for her here, but I bet you that she has stuff. Well, let's check and see. Say, Inga 6 fingers. Ah. See ya. Bye, LD. Player dot. Whoops. All right, I think this will be the last one. I'm starving. I gotta eat some delicious food. 1328A, baby. Hello.
I'm Dean of Loot at the Bard's College, and no, I don't give private lessons.
Oh, well, this explains why she doesn't have, like, you know, improved bards ones, because she's older. No one, so ageist, and none of the NPC artists want to tackle the old people. That's not true. Southpaw actually does, as we can see here. I mean, that looks pretty good to me.
That distraction's
Her
over.
hair is like a bit young.
It takes two things to be a good teacher. The first is patience. The second is a firm wooden stick for rapping knuckles.
All right, Miss Lady. Looks decent. Are there other options? Okay, that's a lot of notes that we got. That's a lot of good notes from this session. She looks like my old biology teacher. Please know. They're going for it. That exact feel. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for now. Thank you for joining me. I hope that the stream was enjoyable for you all. You know I love hanging out. I promise we'll get to do that more once the release is out, and I promise I'm going to work so hard this week. I'm going to get so much done for all of us because I want to release this shit. Believe me, I do. You know that I looked the other day, I was reorganizing my files, and I found the first document that I had produced for like creating the special edition, like, you know, port, sequel, whatever you want to call it. It was from late January 2020. So as of today, it's been essentially like, was it late? Might have even been early January. Let's just call it early January. All of 2020 plus almost all of April now has been pure just building Skyrim special edition version of Ultimate Skyrim. So needless to say, I'm really excited to get this out to you guys. And this final kind of last finishing line stretch is proving to be difficult. Because it's like, it gets harder when you're that much closer to the release, right? Because it's like you're so close, but you're not quite there. So it's like I'm impatient to get it out there. But I promise I won't be so impatient that I, you know, don't give things the attention they deserve. Oh, hello, I'm your Greg. Hello and goodbye. And I'll be getting it out to you guys ASAP. I promise. I'm going to work very hard on it this week. I'm very excited to work hard on it this week because I got to have a nice vacation with my wife this last weekend and some friends. So I'm feeling a bit, you know, I'm still tired. You know, I think we all are, but I'm feeling a bit more energized. I'd say I would like to get a lot done this week. Anyway, with that, I will go ahead and see y'all next time. Let me see who is on Twitch that we can raid. And thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's still always crazy to me that we can, I don't know, that anyone's interested in watching me do this stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, I think it's got to be Nebursky. Neb is the best. For those of you who don't know him, he plays just tons of RPG content. Super nice guy. Well deserving of your time and attention. And we'll get this raid set up. Oh boy. So you guys stay safe. Things seem to be opening up a little bit out there, which is pretty nice. Hope that everyone has a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week at the same time. Thank you for joining me as always. Goodbye.